Hey everyone, I'm in Wilkesboro, PA. My wife and I are on our way to Canada. Yes, Canada is gonna be my first trip out the states, so out the country. So we'll see how that goes. Right now we're driving, but we stood the night and the day's in, and I'm about to go to Planet Fitness. I mentioned before, yes, I do work out on vacation, but these workouts are gonna be really light, really just get a pump, and might not have to work out every day, depending if there's a gym or not. My wife is still sleeping. I'm up, so I might as well go get a 30-minute, 45-minute little quick pump and then come back and we can continue driving. So, staying at a hotel. The food kind of sucks, the breakfast. Everything was basically carbs. Carbs are not bad for you. You just gotta be smart about it. You can eat a lot of carbs real quick and pack a lot of calories. Um, there was barely any protein. Luckily for me, I have my amino acids. However, there's a little quick hack. They had like these breakfast sandwiches, really thick breakfast sandwiches with the croissant and cheese and everything. That's like 400 calories, and those doesn't even fill you up. So a little quick hack to lower some of them calories and not get so much of that bread is I took the sandwich apart. I took the egg out and I took the little sausage patty out and basically ate that, warmed it up, and ate that and threw the bread away. That's a little quick hack to lower some calories and avoid so much of those carbs. All right. Since I ate so much carbs, I'm actually should get a good pump at the gym. We'll see about that. And once again, Planet Fitness. This is why I do not get rid of my black card because they're basically everywhere. I think there's some even in Canada. All right, I'll see y'all then. More pull-ups. I'm gonna do my mid back and rear delts today. Really gonna go light and get out here real quick. So this Planet Fitness doesn't really have that many machines. It's alright. We're gonna use this row machine. Don't really need machines like that, but has a lot of cardio equipment in here. With the rows, I'm letting my elbows flare out a little bit so you can target that middle to back. If I bring it more closer in right here, I'll get more lat activation. So by flaring my elbows a little bit out right here, I can make sure I'm pulling for the upper and middle back.
Alright, we're gonna do the same thing with this row. I'm gonna pull, but I'm gonna flare my elbows out. Make sure I'm pulling with the mid and the upper back. Start to get warm in here. Just feel real pumped already. About to take my shirt off a little bit.
I'm up, son.
I've been seeing some pros talk about, some old school pros talk about how they never took their shirts off or really looked in the mirror when they was getting pumped or working out. It was a distraction. They didn't like taking off their shirts because they were too big. I understand when you get probably that big, it causes a lot of tension. But at the same time, they also say, oh, well, you shouldn't be taking off your shirt, look in the mirror if you don't really got the physique for it.
Hi, Jim.
Bro, if you're proud of your physique and you got a pump and you want to look at yourself in the mirror, go ahead. I don't see a problem with that. Just don't spend all your time in the mirror while you're supposed to be working out. But if you feel like you want to see how you look and you got a pump and you know when you're in the gym and you get a pump, you look crazy compared when you go home and you know the pump leaves, the lighting is different. So I think by all means go ahead and do it. Just don't let that be your only focus. Just staring at the mirror. Of course, get your workout in and everything like that. And I mean, everybody has their opinion. That's their opinion, and that's my opinion. I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. Just an opinion. For a lot of my pulling movements, my back movements, I usually grab it like this now, a lot of it, unless it's too heavy where I have to fully grip. Because when I grab it by my fingertips and make it like a hook, I use less of my bicep and have to pull more with my back. It just works for me. I found that to be helpful. But if it gets too heavy, I gotta fully grip. So it just depends if I want to go heavy that day and really get less reps, or I want to focus more on high reps. If I want to focus more on high reps, I usually grab the bar. Either if I'm pulling down this way or pulling this way, I grab it with a hook. So I just want to let y'all know, stop ego lifting out there. I see a lot of people lift the weight too heavy. I used to do the same thing, so I did this for years. If you're a beginner or even if you've been lifting for years, you want to focus more on the form and the technique. Even if you're a power lifter, you still want to focus on technique. If you're a power lifter, you want to focus on technique so you don't have to take it to failure. You don't have to really always go for a maximum every time you work out. And if you are working out for hypertrophy, you also want to focus on technique, mind muscle connection. Like this workout right here, this rear delt fly. A lot of people, what they do is they go too heavy on it. And if you go too heavy on this workout, what happens is you'll start pulling with that middle of the back because it's so heavy that you start jerking it. And this is a small muscle, so you don't really need to go that heavy on this little muscle right here. You just want to focus on that stretch and pull, stretch and pull. And the good thing about this, I noticed when I started doing this after all these years of lifting, that I really started focusing on technique and really doing movement properly. What happened over these few years is I've gotten stronger and really avoided some of those achy pains that I used to feel when I used to lift really, really heavy. So focus on form, technique, and really mind muscle connection when you're really trying to work out. And then once in a while, if you want to max out, but don't always go heavy unless you got good form with it. But if your form is shit, don't go heavy all the time. I'm gonna finish up with real delt. I'm gonna grab the handle. This chair seems kind of high. I'm gonna grab the handle right here. Why not right here? Because if I'm pulling like this, I'm gonna target that little rear delt right here. If I use this, if I use my arm this way, I get some of that lat activation, also some of that trap activation as well. And I really want to isolate. Does this matter? It depends. It depends on what you're trying to do. So if you're new, a beginner going to the gym, just focus on being consistent, form, and just come to the gym and get strong. And then when you get more advanced and you've been lifting for a year or two, maybe a little bit more, or maybe if you're a quick learner, you get strength like that and you're consistent. That's the first thing, get consistent. Then you can worry about hand placement or leg placement, grip or whatever, because it does every grip, every placement, everything, it does activate muscles in different ways. I can use let's say a bench press, barbell bench press. I can go wide, that'll target more of my shoulders. I could go more shoulder length, that'll be more pec. If I go closer, there'll be more triceps. Just like I did with the back earlier, if I tuck in my elbows, I can get the lats. If I pull more up with the flare elbows, I target more that upper back, that mid traps and stuff like that. So it does matter to that extent when you get advanced. Also, if you have an injury, you want to find the movement that best works for you. So if you're working around an injury, let's say a shoulder injury, sometimes a shoulder injury, if you're pressing this way, it puts more strain on the shoulder. Sometimes you want to come up with a neutral grip, put less strain on that front delt. So it just depends on what your goal is and how advanced you are. For beginners, let's just say consistent. When you get more advanced, every grip, everything matters. And I'm repeating myself, so I'm gonna get to this set. Actually, the seat is actually too low now. Oh, it's perfect. I'm feeling more that side. That's the end of the workout. That was actually a pretty good workout. I expected to go in there and just, do a quick pump. I was almost there like 45 minutes. So, but it felt really good. I got a good pump.
but I also feel like I got a good workout. Like I said, honestly, I was just going in there just to get some blood flow, but it turned out to be the perfect amount, and I'm ready to go back to the hotel, take a shower, and head to Niagara Falls and Canada.
So made it to Canada here at Niagara Falls. It's been a while since I've been to Niagara Falls, about 9 years, but I've never been on the Canadian side. Just got my passport, so we're gonna take a look. It looks nice already on this side. So here we go, everyone, Niagara Falls. Pretty crowded, so you can't probably see that much. Look at that, beautiful. Nature's so beautiful. I must be getting old because I really enjoy sceneries like that now. Something that I really appreciate when I was younger. So finally made it to Canada. So far, a little disappointed. I'm in Toronto. Toronto looks like any other city in the US. And this is the room. It looks like we're in a New York room. This is so tiny. I wasn't only trying to save money, but there's a lot of things around here that I want to do with my wife. And it was just in walking distance. So I figured, okay, one of these rooms. And then look, they're way bigger. Let me turn on that. But they're way bigger online. But hopefully this we're gonna do some things tomorrow. We're gonna see the Kensington Market, the CN Tower, Chinatown, and there's a graffiti alleyway or something that I want to really see. So I'll keep y'all posted. Anyway, that's the end of the video. I'll talk to y'all. See y'all soon.